Hey, my paisano, this is Super RJ. Well, guys, it's official. Toy Story 4 has finally been released, and all the critics and all the fans praise this movie so much, so much. Now, growing up with Toy Story, Toy Story was the very first Pixar and Disney film that I remember watching. I loved it so much as a kid, and I still love it to this day. Toy Story is definitely one of the best movie franchise that's ever created. It has memorable characters, it has memorable stories evolving with the movies and the shorts they did, and some other projects of Toy Story. And the third movie really does and the third Toy Story 3 is a perfect movie to end a trilogy, especially the ending. But back when 2015, when Pixar and Disney announced they're making Toy Story 4, I was excited and kind of skeptical about this announcement because the third movie we all know is a perfect example of how to end a trilogy. But the big question is, now that the movie is finally released and everything that it has gotten down, do I think this movie is a masterpiece as the third movie, or the third movie is just or Toy Story doesn't really need a fourth movie at all? Well, let's find out. Now, the plot of the movie is evolved around Woody and all of his friends are still with Bonnie, still living with Bonnie's toys, until one day Bonnie is now ready to go to kindergarten. But however, she's scared of going to kindergarten, so Woody decides to help her out by making a new friend by something out of the trash in arts and craft. And then she created the lovable character named Forky. Of course, Forky is still thinking that he's made from trash, and yet Woody constantly tries to save him and make sure Bonnie won't be all that sad. During the road trip, Forky managed to escape from the RV, and Woody has to find him, and they eventually caught him up. He shared all his thoughts. He gave Forky a nice motivation on what it's meant to be a toy and how his life is being a toy, until they eventually come across an antique shop where Woody found Bo Peep, find out that Bo Peep might be in there. Of course, he eventually finds Bo Peep, and then throughout the whole movie, Woody's starting to think about and start hanging around with Bo a lot, reunite with Bo Peep about the whole thing, and she shows Woody what life is when you're being a lost toy. So essentially, this movie mainly focuses on Woody, and I had to say, it does make a lot of sense because when you think about it, Woody is sort of like the main character in this movie, in all the Toy Story movies. I mean, sure, we do get to follow all the other characters as well, but when you think about it, the movie does really suck off Woody a lot throughout all of these movies. Like the first one involving him realizing that it's okay to let Andy love something that he always wanted to play, new toy that he wants to play with. The second one is that Woody would leave, no matter if Andy grows up, he always be there for him. And he decided to let Andy go to college by himself. He doesn't really, and let Andy realize that he doesn't really need Woody to go to college. And he decided to let him be taken care of by someone else, some other kid wants to take care of Woody, and let Woody actually be played with somebody else's. And this movie, this is mainly Woody just mostly wants to know what do you happen if a kid that you're be with doesn't want to play with you anymore. And they actually handle this setup really, really well. And the parts with Woody reuniting with Bo Peep and the rest of the rest of him and Buzz meeting new toys, making new friends, is really, really is good. And that's, speaking of which, the movie is really, really funny. And that's one of the things I hope that this movie tries to be. It has to be a comedy movie because Toy Story is good at comedy, and it actually has a lot of good jokes. And I remember everybody in the audience who really do laugh many of those moments in this movie. They were absolutely hilarious. And the new characters they brought into this movie is really good. For Forky, at first you may think that he's going to be a bit of an annoying character, but all honesty, they make him a very likable new character in the Toy Story franchise. He may be just a silly old spork, but he actually does have a little bit of personality. When he comes to life, he does felt nervous about being a toy. But when Woody gives him a reason why he needs to be a toy for Bonnie, he actually got everything sent. He got everything straight now, and he actually does hope that he would create Bonnie's some happiest memory of her life. Although I really do wish they could expand Forky a little bit more. I mean, yeah, he is the star of the. It does folk see him a lot in this movie, but I really do wish the movie could expand a lot more. In fact, that is kind of a little thing that I don't like about this movie. It feels like the script of this they wrote in this movie feel a bit rushed, if you know what I mean. But I won't go and explain into that topic. And there are also other things that I heavily and don't really enjoy that much in the movie either. Like the fact this part where Buzz decided to use one of his buttons to listen to his inner voice just to give him some advice to what to do. I honestly don't find that really funny. It's like another attempt showing that Buzz is a little bit clueless on what he's going through about all these movies, and that does kind of kind of a bit of a step down to his character because I love Buzz. He's my favorite character in all these movies, but still he gets a lot of enjoyment and fun. And as for Bo Peep, she made you just come one of those typical female character who is now strong and a bit energetic, but they actually handle her as a nice, strong, independent woman who actually is okay with being a lost toy and still wants to make kids happy no matter what type of kid that she wants to be played with. And it actually does handle it work here, especially when Woody and Bo start talking with each other and doing stuff together. It really does bring me back to memories seeing how these two actually do have a thing together. Now in the past movies, they don't really have that much love connection in the movie, but I actually do give the writers some credit for make me feel like I want to see these two really be together. Although I do think Buzz and Jessie are cute together as well, but that's beside the point. And then let's not forget the antagonist of the movie, Gabby Gabby. Now, you guys already know that she is the antagonist of this movie. And I have to say, she probably is one of the best antagonists of any Pixar film. One of the best antagonists I've seen in a Pixar film. I mean, really. She is like one of those antagonists who's not really menacing at first. Not really seem menacing, but yet later in the movie, I actually do want to see her accomplish the one goal that she wants to accomplish in her life. And they actually handled it really, really great. I won't go any further detail. And it was just really fast forward to. And also there's other characters like Ducky and Bunny. I absolutely love these two guys. I have a feeling they're going to be one of my favorite new characters of Toy Story, and they absolutely are really funny. Even the parts where they're in the emotional scenes, they actually do have some nice. The way how they're written, what they do on some of these emotional parts are really good, and they actually are a good helping hand to Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep. And the animation is one thing I want to talk about, and that is Toy Story 4 is one of the best animation that Pixar have ever done in their career. Right next to Cars 3, Ratatouille, both the Incredibles movie and Inside Out. All the textures, and that's one thing I love what Pixar does the best, is that Pixar actually made all the textures and every detail around the movies they made recently are absolutely gorgeous. You can tell that the animators try really, really hard to make the details look like realistic. And that's one of the things I like to see in this movie. I always spot even small little details that actually makes the movie colorful. And like I said, almost look realistic. The quality do look amazing to see. Also, I love the designs of all the toys they come up with. Whether it be the toys that are Raggedy Ann dolls, chimes, stuffed animals, or plastic dolls, all that stuff. They are really, really creative. And now it's time to talk about the one thing I want to talk about, the ending. I won't now this move. I won't be spoiling again. I won't be spoiling anything, guys. But here's my thoughts on the ending of the movie. I absolutely found the ending really, really heart melting. I actually predicted how the movies end. I have two predictions of the movie, and I was correct about one of these two predictions I predict was going to happen at the end of the movie. When the scene when the ending's about to begin, it actually does make my heart feel warm inside because I actually like what Woody actually managed to do and actually realize what he have accomplished on what find out what he find all along in the whole movie, and seeing how what he does in the final act of the movie really does break my heart, and it helps the message really, and the message that they put in this movie is really, really, really great. Really great. And that's one of the things that Pixar is really good at. They are great at making morals that actually make their movies seem more stronger and stronger. Sure, Disney does that too with their movies based on fairy tales, but even some of their original content, they still made some movie that they did on their own instead of basing on something. They also make their morals they put in are stronger too. But I think this moral they put in is one of the best morals that Pixar have ever put in their animated films. And it was really, really, really great to notice about it. And so, in conclusion, I think Toy Story 4 is an enjoyable movie. It's funny, all the characters are great. Well, I forgot to mention that even though it is great to see all these characters again, even some of the other characters we all know, like Jesse, Rex, Ham, and the Potato Heads, they hardly get any screen time, and I actually am okay with it. But still, they get a few funny lines from these characters, and it's great to see them again. And that's what basically this whole If the movie is. It's a nice bring back to, great to see all these memorable characters again. The animation is really, really amazing. The story throughout the whole movie is so entertaining, fun, and the emotion parts are really pull my heartstrings. And the ending really is, in my opinion, the ending of Toy Story 4 is good as the third movie's ending. Yes, I really do say that. So I highly recommend you guys to watch this movie. It truly is the best. It's a great. I do think that Toy Story 4 is a movie that we all wanted to see, and I do hope that we do get to see more things that we will get to see for Toy Story. I hope they make new shorts, new TV specials, see what happens to these characters next time. And if they do make a fifth movie, maybe that will happen. We don't know. But we all know Pixar won't be making any more sequels anytime soon. But if they do make a fifth one in the next decade, maybe they could. Maybe they're not. So I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10, which means that Toy Story 4 deserves the Star Medal. So, if you guys seen Toy Story 4, let me know in the comments below. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next review. See you later, my paisanos.